It is a UConn coronation. The Huskies make history. Back-to-back national champions. They've done it again.
What a special group of people, a special coaching staff, an incredible group of players, the best group of players you could possibly do it with.
This was our goal from day one, so to do it with your brothers and your family that you go to war with every day is just, really special right now.
For the last 25, 30 years, UConn's been running college basketball. And I see all the former champs over there.
I'll cherish those moments the rest of my life. I'll be a Husky for life. Love you guys.
The champs are here today in Hartford with the best fans in the world. Basketball capital world. Back-to-back champs.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Selection Show. In 22 days, one team will hoist this coveted trophy. To be the champion, you need to be one of the NCAA's 68 tournament teams.
There's an extra level of excitement. You can feel it in here. You can feel it all around the country. I'm ready to dig into the matchup.
Thanks for joining this special day. It's just another special team that we get to really attack this, the best part of the season, March Madness. What this group of players has done this year, build on what we did last year. It's been amazing, and I know that we're hungry, to take this one at a time, but try to go get 6 more here and make some history.
Let's officially tip off March Madness. Here are the tournament brackets from the NCAA. We begin in the East region, where the #1 overall seed is the defending national champion, UConn Huskies. A 1 seed for the first time since 2009. They'll try to repeat as national champs against Stetson.
There's a reason everyone's going to be picking UConn. I'm picking them, too. They're the best team in the country.
I just can't see anybody beating UConn in this tournament.
All right, we're heading for Brooklyn. Let's go get you number 6. All right, let's go, UConn. Let's go, Huskies. Best fans in the country. Let's go get 6. Let's go.
Ever since we won it last year, everyone's been wanting to beat us, and everyone's been talking about us, about repeating and all that stuff.
I think Connecticut's maybe the best team in the country.
Their toughness is what Coach Hurley's about.
It does make you wonder, regardless of who is in their path, if this team can be beaten.
We've really blocked it out this entire year, and we're just excited to, do this journey with a new team.
Everyone's vulnerable in every game of this tournament, so obviously we've got to take care of business.
Towards the rebound. 1 hard step, 2 hard steps.
We can't look too far ahead, or else we're going to get distracted of what, we ultimately want to accomplish.
Close out, shooter, all the way out.
There's teams out there that, are very good, so you just got to focus, one game at a time and move on from there.
I think just playing and coaching at UConn, it prepares you for pressure. When you get to these moments, NCAA tournament, lights are super bright. We perform well under pressure.
And we are here for the madness in Brooklyn, New York. First round action in the East region. The 16th seed, Stetson, taking on the defending national champion, UConn Huskies.
You're always nervous before these first-round games. You know the history of this tournament. Even as the overall #1, I didn't sleep much last night.
Back-to-back is tough. I think going in as a player, you think that it's the same as last year.
It's hard enough to repeat, but to do it with basically a new team is an incredible testament to Danny Hurley.
I think overall, this is a team primed to win a national championship. Stetson's had a great season. I just think they're overmatched in this instance.
So let's punch our ticket to round of 32. Just get lost in us and never about self. No moments of weakness, only tremendous strength out there as a group. Our championship identity and pedigree to the absolute max, and we'll be back here on Sunday.
Everything on 3. 1, 2, 3. Everything is on 3.
Well, this is a huge challenge, of course. Herculean challenge for Stetson out of the Atlantic Sun. UConn, take your pick. Any one of these players can go out and win you the game.
Clingan down low to Carabams, and he lays it up for 2. Cam for 3. And Spencer drains it from the right wing.
UConn trying to slam the door shut early.
Obviously love the start. It's exactly how you want to start a game like this, with the defense, with the offense, with relentlessness. They took away all hope.
Newton will line it up. Bottom off the backboard. UConn is executing at a ridiculously high level.
Coaches do a great job putting us in positions to make plays for others.
Newton on a fast break to Jalen Stewart. Rocks the rim.
The lob was open earlier and throughout the whole game, so just read what's going on. We have two great lob finishers in Donovan and Sampson.
Newton into the front court, goes alley-oop to Sampson Johnson. Sampson delivered big time.
We just attacked it like a regular game.
This is Castle up the high screen by Klingon. They go alley-oop and Klingon.
Obviously, we know what's on the line. You know, it's when to go home, trying to, achieve a new goal this year with this team, and really just trying to attack it one game at a time.
Klingon climbing, making his presence known in the paint.
So after the first 5, there was another 5, and they just wear you down with length. They got a lot of different weapons, big guards.
Spencer showing off the handles, the pirouette, and the pause.
And on the drive, Castle, the basket, lays it in.
That's next level, what he can bring.
Chuck, that's what a national champ looks like right there, huh?
Yeah, we saw a bunch of teams get the big lead and take their foot off the gas. They didn't take their foot off the gas. That was impressive.
UConn looking to defend the title. First step is finished.
Final will be 91-52.
They are red hot, and they are going to be a tough out.
Overall, there's so much pressure. We all felt a lot of pressure going into this game. But I thought the boys got the first one under their belt, and once we get out of this first round, we've been pretty good, our history.
Textbook. They were locked in, and attention to detail was excellent.
UConn, you can. You got it done the right way. Next up is a better test.
You're from Jersey City, and you're a Hurley. Basketball has been a part of pretty much everything we've ever experienced. My deepest memories as a child was all centered around being around my dad's high school team at St. Anthony.
Hurley, three-pointer, yes.
It's always been something that we shared a love for.
So Hurley, the coach's son, gets first 3-0 St. Anthony.
We knew that if we wanted to get a college education, we would have to get really good at basketball.
Danny Hurley, who's knocked in 2 3-pointers in a row.
No one was playing basketball as much as we were playing basketball.
3, yes, Bobby Hurley.
We both shared the same passion, but we also, our dad pushed us hard.
What are you doing? Go stand in the corner and be a fraud. Put your big boy pants on.
It's the best thing that a coach can do for you.
Hurley hustling front court, shoots a long pass. Go! Hurley, 3, Bobby Hurley. Hurley for 3, bottom!
Bobby's career starts to, pick up steam. Every time I've ever played or coached a game, I know that people compared my playing to my brother's, which was an impossible comparison for me to live up to at the time.
Duke has won its first national championship.
Me and my brother, we put the same exact amount of effort into our careers. And, my brother's the poster boy of college basketball, 3 Final Four trips, 2 national championships.
That's it. Duke has the championship.
It's hard to come to grips with when you're failing at that level, and it hurts that badly.
Hurley, the brother of Duke's Bobby Hurley.
I couldn't stand to play basketball, to be around basketball, and it was hard to walk away. It's hard. It's also an incredibly positive thing, and if those things didn't happen, I wouldn't be who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. I think most people are experiencing a lot of pain at different stages of their lives. I went through an extreme version of it when I was a teenager into my 20s, and now I'm flourishing in my 50s.
Hurley and the Huskies have their dreams come true. Well, they've arrived.
Everything that the 3 of us have been able to accomplish in basketball, I wouldn't be able to be, where I am right now without them for the last 45 years. I've gone through very difficult times. My life and career in basketball It hasn't been a joyride. I keep my life simple. I feel like I got great perspective because I failed a lot in my life.
Getting you set for an East Regional showdown in Brooklyn. Northwestern taking on UConn. The last time a defending champion made the Sweet 16, it was 8 years ago. Now UConn's trying to do that.
Coach is going to put us in the right and best positions to succeed at a high level.
If we're not living up to expectation that he holds us to, then he'll let us know.
If we're complacent, that's not going to help us achieve what we want to achieve.
What is the Achilles heel of the UConn Huskies? They don't have an Achilles.
I don't think they have a weakness that you can exploit. Team that plays them and beats them is going to have to play at a high level.
I want to go to war with this group tonight against the best. And we're going to prove that we can beat the best because we got heart, we got toughness, and we got will. We're not going to be stopped tonight.
Us on three, 1, 2, 3. Us!
UConn Northwestern, round 2 of the NCAA tournament.
Northwestern controls the tip. Castle can get upstairs, and he smacks the backboard. Spencer got a 3.
Monster performance early. It's all UConn.
We're just going to play our game like we usually do. I know going into this game, my team needs me to dominate my matchup.
Spencer, nice early offense, the roll, Klingon, the stuff.
Pick and roll down the lane, and a shot blocked by Klingon.
I feel like my role on this team is just trying to be as impactful as I can on both sides of the ball. Just trying to be, dominant with finishing around the rim.
Rebounded by Klingon, powers inside and a left hand, and Klingon scores. Bowie with a drive, and Klingon rejects him, and he rejects the second shot by Martinelli.
The lead is back to 18.
Me being, the Connecticut kid, it means a lot to me every single day to go out there and put that Connecticut jersey on my chest.
Klingon wears number 32 to honor his late mother, one of the best players in the history of the University of Maine. So good they've retired her number.
When I'm playing on the floor, I always have that connection to my mom, and I'm always hearing her in my head, and realizing that she's watching down on me, and hoping that I go out there and win.
Preston again, Klingon.
The influence. He is amazing, this kid.
My mom, she loved basketball. It's all she used to talk about, and she, really carried that legacy onto me. So it's just, really special, and, she really had a big impact on basketball in my life. Me and my mom had a really close relationship. She always looked out for me. She battled cancer, then got it back a couple years later. When I lost her, I feel like, there weren't bright days ahead, but, realizing that, I just had to do something to make her proud. So, I really focused, locked in on basketball, really tried to expand my game, really tried to get better.
Klingon has been sensational, putting on a show.
And I can make her proud if I go on and do great things. As time goes on, I could say that I know she's proud of me.
That's another block for Klingon. That's 7. Oh, pinned on the glass. A new career high for Donovan Klingon.
I don't know how many players in college basketball can dominate a college basketball game the way he did.
14 points, 14 boards, 8 blocks.
75-58 the final, making it look easy en route to the Sweet 16.
You're seeing just how he impacts the game all over the court. Kling Kong right now playing his best ball.
Win back-to-back national titles would be, mean a lot to me. Mean a lot to everyone in that locker room. We're going to go out there, give everything we got, and try to make history.
Coach, Connecticut took over New York City the last couple weekends, but now you're shipping up to Boston. How you feeling?
Feeling great. Feeling great. We're trying to turn that into Stores North, right? So we got to have that place packed. I know the team's ready. We're excited. Sweet 16, man. It's exciting.
San Diego State, UConn. When's the last time they played?
I think they played in the tournament last year, didn't they? That was a national championship game, yes. Different teams, different players.
We got a ball game because San Diego State is physical. They can bang with UConn.
I feel like we're the best team in the country, and if we just stay connected, that we feel like we can win any kind of game.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing, to be here in the Sweet 16 again. To be able to play UConn again is great, too. They took us down last year, so we definitely want some of the games back.
It's the East Regional semifinal from TD Garden.
And away we go in Massachusetts.
They go down low to Ledeen. His little jump hook is good. That's what he can do.
Back in the Klingon. The bump, the drive. He lost it again.
San Diego State's defense has been excellent. Ledeen has been great inside against Klingon.
We were worried a little bit UConn was going to bully their way, but it's almost as if the toughness of San Diego State bespoke for their opponent, ready to go.
We expected to have a very difficult time
offensively versus these guys. They're top 10 defense, the physicality, but, you know, we have a lot of answers.
Here come the Huskies. Caravan, long three, way downtown. Oh, he drilled it. Oh, baby.
Inside Spencer. What a great feed by DR. A 7-0 run by UConn.
These are the two teams that met in the national championship game. Neither one of us is going to go quietly into the night.
Spencer then takes it on that baseline and feeds. Castle is a special player.
I kind of missed out on a couple opportunities to kind of make some more plays for my teammates. And second half, I just tried to make up for those and, you know, just try and do whatever I can and help my teammates.
Castle spins, nowhere to go, makes it home! Oh, that's like magic, baby! I don't know how he got it off. UConn roars into the Elite Eight by bouncing the Aztecs out of here.
The defense was awesome. To do that on the backboard versus that team, you know, tremendous. And, yeah, we just keep this thing rolling.
30-point win over San Diego State. They look like the class that everyone's trying to catch.
This team, they have no weaknesses.
It seems like they're on a mission. They're now only 3 games away from repeating as national champions.
These guys right now are leaving a legacy in a place that's hard to leave a legacy.
3 more, fellas, come on. One at a time, one at a time.
Spencer. He is a flamethrower on any given night.
Spencer got a 3. Don't leave him alone.
3 is down. This guy can really shoot. As Dan said, he can really play.
He is a joy to watch this kid.
If I had to describe myself in 3 words, I would say I'm a competitor, a family person, and somebody who's pretty intense about everything. I think it was a part of my upbringing, you know, with 2 competitive brothers, and my parents really pushed us to play all sports, and you know, I think growing up, you know, in that household just made me the person that I am today.
He's the type of player that if he's on your team as a coach, player, fan, it's a love affair. If you're a fan of another, it's a deep-rooted hatred that you're going to have for him because of his killer mindset.
I don't think, you know, opposing fans and crowds like Cam too much, just the way, you know, he carries himself on the court with all the confidence and, you know, a little bit of swagger.
I think the opposing fans hate him. I know everybody hates him when he's yelling and fist bumping the crowd and getting the UConn fans going. So I know a lot of fans hate him, but I know if he was on their team, they would absolutely love him.
I thought Rutgers should have been in the tournament last year. Unfortunately, we weren't, but I'm pretty competitive, and I took that personally, so I didn't watch a game last year. You know, I told UConn when I came here I did have to go back and watch their historic run, so I did go back and watch it. Coach Hurley is the perfect coach for me because he lets me be me, and I do have an edge when I play, and you know, some people may like it, some people may not, but you know, I just appreciate him and the intensity that he brings every day and the same passion for winning that I have.
That he grew up in a similar family dynamic in terms of the accountability, the competitiveness, the constant pushing yourself to be at your best. It was the easiest recruiting phone calls I've ever had.
It kind of hits you in that last year because this is your last chance at winning a national championship. And for me, you know, I want nothing more than that. So I'm definitely going to give everything that I have to accomplish that goal.
Down low to Spencer, and Spencer lays it in.
That last piece to the puzzle for his college career was winning big and experiencing, you know, March Madness and conference championships, and it's exactly what we hoped we'd be able to do together.
Spencer nowhere to go, backs away, and he'll fire a jumper and knock it down. He rope-a-doped him and knocked the triple down.
It's his last year of college ball. He wants to, you know, go out the right way, and he's working his butt off to try to do that.
And fade away by Spencer. Good. That's a big-time shot by the smooth operator.
As a competitor, you want nothing more than to be at the peak of the sport and, you know, to win a national championship.
Spencer turns and fires at the 3. Got it! Oh, baby! Spencer lighting it up. Got 16.
I know us new guys are pretty hungry to go get that, but, you know, we're right on track for it, and we're going to keep pushing for it.
The field of 68 now stands at 8. And the reigning national champs are playing at an elite level as they look to move one step closer.
Knowing how hard it is to make it to the Elite Eight, and super excited and special. You know, it's hard to do 2 times in a row.
Illinois is one of the last 8 standing for the first time since 2005.
Excited about the opportunity to play the defending national champions. Very, very good basketball team. Danny's done a terrific job.
The Huskies have continued to dominate this tournament from the first tip of round 1.
This is one of the few teams that has the firepower to play with them. So I'm looking forward to this game today.
It's no pressure for us. I feel confident. I feel comfortable.
I think our size, you know, we just got to play really physical and keep them off the boards to give ourselves a better chance.
Big Ten teams are not used to people speeding them up and getting after them and pressuring them, right? They like to play at a measured pace, so get into these guys and make it tough on them. And in fullest 40 minutes of execution, and you gotta have to make plays for a full 40 minutes, or we have to execute for a full 40 minutes versus a team of this caliber.
It is loud, it is emotional, it is intense in this building tonight. The winner to the Final Four.
Castle puts it up left-handed, no good. Rebound Klingon. Klingon puts it in, and the Huskies are eating glass.
Outlet comes now to Shannon. Watch out. Look at him fly down court. When he gets the ball in transition, there is no one better in college basketball.
Spencer to the front court, right. Cross court to Diarra. Diarra to the cutting, Samson Johnson. And he slams it home.
Tomas carving, spinning, and getting it to go. Game's first tie.
UConn being pushed to the limit. 20 minutes to Glendale.
Connecticut has not trailed, but they haven't run away from Illinois either.
First half's generally like this. In games like this, there's a lot of nerves in the first half of the game. You know, we got a feel for what they're doing now from a defensive standpoint. You know, let's go play our game. Everything we got, boys.
Everything on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Everything. Let's go.
We were in a good spot at half, especially after the slow start. Obviously came out in the second half and got blitzed.
Dancing is Shannon. Rejected inside.
Denied by Klingon. Newton sprints to the front court. He gets to the Carabin. Oh, Carabin dunked it. The baseline spins on Coleman Hawkins and stuffs it in right-handed. Are you kidding me?
Really, in the second half, I feel like the way we were moving the ball on offense and how we were playing for one another, really it just opened up opportunities to dominate in the post.
Down low, Klingon. Catch, dunk. Oh, the big man romping. And the Huskies storming.
It's a 30-0 run. 30-0.
There was a special level of basketball that we were playing. The stops, the transition efficiency, we were able to systematically break them down.
Well, this second half has really been something to behold.
The UConn Huskies are going back to the Final Four to defend their title. Can anyone compete with UConn, let alone beat them?
The kid you grow up, watching March Madness and watching all the Final Fours, and to finally be able to have an opportunity to go play there and win a couple games is very special. So it means the world to all of us.
After all the celebrating was over, Brooklyn, the Boston, the Phoenix was first team meeting. Every recruiting pitch that we'd made to anyone that would join the team was like, we're going Brooklyn to Boston to Phoenix next year.
Through summer workouts, he always was just telling us, we got to go Brooklyn, Boston to Phoenix.
Obviously, we have a great fan base here in the Northeast, so to be able to play our first 2 regional rounds in Brooklyn and then Boston was awesome for us.
It gave the group a very clear vision and a motivation that targets something to really focus on and to go for.
UConn against the world means just us against everybody. I feel like nobody really has our back and is rooting for us to win. UConn against the world, it's, this team, our fans against everyone. There's a lot of people out there that don't like UConn, don't like Coach, but he's a winning coach. He's built a winning culture.
Going to Phoenix.
I think we play with a chip on our shoulder because we're a blue blood in our eyes, but to the media, we're not. We don't get as much recognition as top schools like Duke or Kansas or Kentucky, but we deserve it, especially in the last 25 years.
UConn, we don't produce the 5 stars. We don't gain a lot of them, so maybe that's why people aren't as interested in us, but we've been winning championships regardless.
I think it's great to have that chip on your shoulder. And I think it's always great to be underrated or undervalued as opposed to be overhyped and overrated.
Run it out, and it's in the hands of the coach's son.
I think it was just a special moment, to even experience a national championship with my father.
Well, this is becoming a family dynasty, if you will.
Just the best feeling ever, knowing that you've got it, knowing that you've reached the pinnacle. And then that special connection, obviously your son gets to dribble that thing out.
Hurley and the Huskies have their dreams come true.
That's just something that's really special just because, the impact that basketball's had on my family. It's a really rare thing to do, to even, win a national championship, then obviously to do it with your father. It's pretty unique.
The champs are here!
There's a lot of moments to teach and to build a loving connection between father and son. My dad, he modeled a lot for our family. So, I've modeled a lot for my sons. My dad was as demanding a person as you could have in your life. But what you learned was, was an obsession.
What are you doing?
Riding home after practice every day. I think the connection and the feelings of being able to share things was very, very good. And there were, moments that were, absolutely great.
As I got older and understood how responsible he is for the success I've had in life, a lot of it points back to that tough love and the standards that he set.
There's definitely some similarities between my relationship with my father and, his relationship with his father.
Just have Donovan alternate in with Sampson over there.
It's definitely a really interesting dynamic because you got to be able to separate the relationship of, being at home and father-son and then, coach and player. We've done a really good job with that.
Andrew, start just by going 3 guys, 2 balls, or 4 guys, 3
He's been a tremendous leader for this team. He's done a great job of keeping this team together in the locker room.
I think it's really hard just to kind of maintain 100% seriousness throughout the whole day. So I think I just kind of keep it loose.
Stop kicking your foot up. Why would you kick? If I tell you don't kick your foot up, why do you kick it up more? Is it to taunt me?
It's pretty funny interaction between him and Dad. And I think that he'll look back at this and he'll understand that he had a part in this success because he helped to keep guys at their highest level.
The UConn Huskies are going back to the Final Four to defend their title.
I just think people don't understand how close you get to your players. So now you get a chance to kind of double that up. It's my son and he's my player. And the run we've had here together has been so special.
I mean, just to reflect on the past 4 years, it's been unbelievable and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
UConn has become the bluest of blue bloods.
UConn just really doesn't have any flaws.
They're the most complete team in college basketball.
The Huskies have continued to dominate this tournament.
Commanding and dominating.
Total domination.
They are the prohibitive favorite.
Dan Hurley understands the importance of keeping his guys guessing, keeping his guys on edge.
Put the work in. Stun stay. Drive it. Get there.
Coach Hurley's intensity this year way higher than it was last year.
Red, red, red.
There's a higher expectation that came with this season, so I'm sure that weighed on him, kept him on edge, which ultimately kept everybody on edge around the program.
Coach Hurley brought out the toughness in us and, shows on the court.
Our relentless will, our relentless preparation, we like to play with an edge. And I think that's the difference.
They deserve to have somebody that is absolutely pushing it to the max every single day and not resting on what they accomplished in the past.
Everything on 3. 1, 2, 3. Everything.
As turn, call. We are UConn.
In the past, you've said you prefer not to play against your brother or guys you know well. Does Nate fall into that purview? In a perfect world, you wouldn't have to go up against a good friend like that, or?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely fits into the category.
It's ironic that first Final Four that I made, coaching against Danny Hurley, who brother Bobby is the one that got me in this business. If it wasn't for Danny and Bobby, I wouldn't be here. It's kind of funny how it comes full circle.
You know, this one I think kind of changes it a little bit for me because, you know, we've both done something incredible with the season, and then, you know, somebody that I really care about is going to play for a national championship, preferably me. But I also care about Nate, too, to a much lesser degree.
It'd be nice if I wasn't having to play against Danny's team, because it's a pretty good team.
What have you done differently to prepare for a team that plays so much analytically, shooting threes, getting to the rim?
We do a really good job of chasing people off the three-point lines, and then, you know, Klingen and our centers do a great job of protecting the rim. So we do a great job of forcing tough midi twos that Nate is desperate not to take. So, you know, it's just going to be a battle of wills out there.
When you get to the Sweet 16, when you get to the Final Four, I think it's a mindset. And there's teams that have a seriousness and can handle being told, you know, you're great. UConn looks like their focus is unbelievable.
We're just staying focused and locked in on the opponent and what's ahead of us.
We're a hungry group, and we're here on a mission. I'm ready to get on the court and give everything I got.
Yeah, we're 2 games away from the ultimate goal. You know, all that hard work that we've started since summer, it's going to pay off.
We have had all the madness of March, and now it's the reality of April. This is the Final Four.
We got to be the tougher team at all battle points here. We die on nothing. We're the more physical team throughout. Warriors hard. All right, we got to guard the ball at a championship level, relentlessly, never losing the edge, like never. Beat them in every aspect of the game because we're better than them in every aspect of the game, right? And then kick their ass in the street fight as well. And then we'll be back here to make history on Wednesday.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Everything on 3. 1, 2, 3. Everything.
Let's go. It's Alabama and UConn. The anticipation is over. It is time to tip it off.
And right now, Nelson guarding Castle, playing way off of him. And Castle hits. They are challenging him.
Yeah, I noticed it like the first play of the game when the guy was guarding me in the paint. So I try to take advantage of it.
Maneuvering on the inside. Castle showing off his moves. And Castle snaps in a 3.
My teammates, they put me in great position to be successful. And I saw a couple shots fall in early, and I just had it going.
Estrada, step back, knocks it down.
Right, so got a 3.
They're like the hardest team to guard. They just had so many players that they could beat you off the dribble, make a 3.
Estrada hoists and hits.
The perimeter, ripping for 3, and he makes it. Right now, Alabama finding that offensive rhythm.
It's body blows. It's It's, you know, continue to guard, continue to rebound, execute our offense.
We're gifting them open 3, and we just had to stay together and tighten up on the defensive end.
Castle, a steal.
And Nelson rejected by Samson Johnson. Diarra, he stripped him. Great hands by the defense of UConn.
The end of the first half, UConn leading Alabama 44-40.
We got to climb into him a little bit more, close out to a touch just a little bit more. Let's just do a better job of guarding the ball. You know what I'm saying? Maybe dictating a little bit. Fake out a guy. Jump their left hand. Just a little bit grittier defensively, and we'll break this thing over. Let's go!
Second half, what will be the key coming out?
Got to try to break them.
Caravan dribble penetration to the basket, left-handed, he put it in.
Caravan steps into the 3, and he bangs it in. Upstairs, Castle going to the sky for the jam.
I just sensed that we had started to spark a run. It was a good dunk. It was a great pass by T-News, so I got kind of fired up for it.
Stephon Castle creating once again.
He's not like any other freshman. You know, he's out there to do whatever his team needs.
How competitive has he established himself tonight?
Now they go pick and roll. It's Johnson to the rim and slams him. Johnson, Rick Corey.
Offensive rebound, put back. It goes for Caravan. They just get at you quickly. 8-0 run.
Our identity is to be pretty relentless, and you know we might not break you for 18 minutes, but at some point, if what we're doing at both ends and on the backboard is at a high level, it just becomes hard for the other team to sustain it.
They have the screen of Klingen. Pick and roll. Klingen! Oh, the big man!
Highlight after highlight for the Huskies.
You know, we played arguably the best team in the country. I mean, UConn's top 5 in offense and defense. It showed tonight.
Here's a drive and a block by Klingen.
Klingen, big time flush. They are on a string.
I was thrilled with the way we defended and the way we closed the game out.
Newton starts to his right, pushes off Sears, open for three. Bang! He got it! And Newton lights it up. And UConn puts the finishing touches on with under a minute to go.
It's over. UConn is a machine.
He's doing it again with 5 in double figures.
Hey, great job there. Really, I mean, defensively, second half, right, to shut that thing down right there, that is a hard-to-guard offensive, group there, right? We kicked their ass on the backboard, and then just, we executed them all over the court there. You guys made all types of winning plays. Congratulations, men. But yes, more.
And now it's a matchup with Purdue for the national championship.
People better get us now. That's all. You better get us now. Because it's coming.
Dan Hurley called his shot. That was after a loss to Villanova. 3 years later, they're hoisting the trophy. And now, here we are in 2024. He was Joe Namath. He knew what he was talking about. He predicted this. He's manifested it. He pushes all the right buttons. And this team responds time and time again.
I think Coach is so caring. He wants each and every single one of us to be successful.
He wants to challenge himself every day. He wants to get better every day. He wants to push all the people around him.
He's pushed me to a level that, I've never seen before.
He just wants you to be your best, and play as hard as you can.
I think a lot of that was kind of how we were raised with older brothers and, dads who pushed us to be at our best. He developed such a great connection with everybody off the court.
He's changed my life. I know a lot of people in the locker room can say the same thing.
I can't say enough great things about him. I'd go to war for him any day of the week, and I think we all would. We really just appreciate him and the coach.
I bring the same level every single day, so I'm consistent. And as tough as I am on my players, I am a player's coach. I know some days they hate me because of what I put them through, but I know deep down inside that they'll never have another coach like me and that they love me.
Proud to announce that the 2024 Warner Ladder Naismith Men's College Coach of the Year is Dan Hurley, University of Connecticut.
It's an incredible honor to be a part of the history of this award now. For me, 15 years ago, I was a high school coach. I never would imagine, that my coaching life would go down this path. And then it's obviously an organization award. I got an incredible coaching staff that helps me bring in the right people. And then I think we got a really good formula with the way we go about things. Without that incredible foundation, you wouldn't be able to do it. Just keep thinking about Zach Edey. Zach Edey has become the best offensive player in college basketball.
Edey down low. Great spin on the shot. Edey, too strong. Edey is a monster inside. A menace. A one-man wrecking crew. Edey blocks him. Denied by Mount Edey. Edey is dominating this game. Zach Edey has just been outstanding.
Edey is combining for close to about 44 points and rebounds a game. Are you preparing for Edey to just go Edey again, and then whatever we can do to shut everyone else down, we're just going to win that way?
Yeah, it's a unique challenge. He's a unique player. I don't think that one thing is going to work. Matt, unfortunately for us, really constructed a great roster around such a unique player. So that's going to be a heck of a challenge for our front court, for our guards, for our whole team, because it's going to have to take a team effort to try to slow him down a little bit.
It's the last bus ride of the college basketball season. Purdue and UConn will be making their way to State Farm Stadium for the national championship game, and it'll be packed and electric.
The Boilermakers playing for the title for the first time in 55 years. The Huskies trying to go back-to-back.
Trying to win back-to-back.
Trying to make it back-to-back titles.
It's been blowouts, it's been consistent, and they're trying to make history.
Not many teams have done this in
in college basketball, and especially none in the modern day era.
Last team to go back-to-back, Florida. Before that, Duke.
Trying to make history, a chance to win back-to-back national championships.
But to add history to, how tough college basketball is to win, and to add history to this prestigious program of UConn, it'd mean everything to us.
Will UConn repeat and make it 6 overall?
We're still the champs until somebody comes and takes it away from us.
I said we're the best team in the country. Let's go out there and show them why.
Make Edie work, pressure them into mistakes and bad shots, and then run their ass. All right? Make this guy get up and down the court like he hasn't had to the entire winter. We've been at it now 10 months, guys. 161 practices, 40 minutes of every thing you got. Do what we do to the max, and we're champs.
Sometimes you just feel like it's a collision course, and this is how it was supposed to be. The two best teams in college basketball going head-to-head. From Glendale, Arizona, this is the national championship game. Heavyweights to jump it up. We're underway. Spencer knocks one in from the outside. It's a 3. The transfer from Rutgers has been a perfect piece for Dan Hurley's squad.
This was our goal from day one. That's really what Coach Hurley and I talked about in the recruiting process.
Zach Edey doing most of the work so far.
Edey in the paint, gets some space carved out, and able to put a hook shot in.
Upstairs, jumbo jam, Zach Edey.
Zach Edey's a tough guy to stop.
Edey asking for it. Step through by Edey.
You knew he was going to get his points.
Edey's a hook shot, another one.
He has scored 14 of Purdue's 23. He's player of the year for a reason.
We wanted to make him work for everything.
Once again, Klingon, great defense there, battling inside.
Backdoor couldn't be. Newton lays it in left-handed.
Hassel, the floater goes.
Newton with a floater goes in off the screen of Klingon. Tough shot from 12 feet away on the run. That is not easy.
And that's how the half will end. The #1 overall seed, UConn. They've got a 36-30 lead over Purdue.
You beat them in any type of game, right? I like the pace that we're forcing them to play at. You just have to stay into it. We're doing a perfect job. You just got to have, more take it baseline. Play pass and get. If you face guard, you back cut. Get the ball. Attack the paint. Spray it to the 3-point line. Find cutters. Right? Everything we got, guys.
Yes. Let's go. Everything on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Huskies have won 47 games in a row when they lead at the half. They're up by 6.
Newton, he tries a 3. Got it.
Lob it up. Slaps and Johnson.
Vote again. Johnson. Rip City.
Camtastic. It's a 13-point cushion for UConn.
They work the perimeter. This Gillis for 3. And it was an air ball up.
10 threes on Saturday night. They have 1 tonight.
This whole game plan was no Smith, no Lawyer, no Gillis, no Jones. Keep that collective group under 18, 20 points as a group. They had no chance to win, no matter how well Zach played.
Smith, off the mark, Klingon the board.
Hits the side of the rim. Caravan defense. Outlet Newton. Diarra running to the basket, lays it in. Oh, the junkyard dog.
You make a mistake, they make you pay.
Johnson, the cutter, Caravan. There's just an air of invincibility right now with this Husky team. Caravan takes the baseline.
Gives it up to Klingon, and he hits.
71-56. UConn can taste it. UConn fans on their feet.
Ducks into the paint. Goes alley-oop to Klingon. Klingon lays it in left-handed on the reverse, and that might be it.
Celebration in Stores. Celebration in Phoenix. They've done it again. It is a UConn coronation.
The Huskies are 6-time national champions.
Back-to-back national champions. They defeat Purdue 75-60.
Coach Dan Hurley and the UConn Huskies, the 24 national champions. Number 6, baby! Number 6! I've been saying it all year. We're the best team in the country.
They are a basketball powerhouse.
They are. Oh, without a doubt.
Yes, sir. Blue button. UConn is a blue button.
Another one.
Just so happy that those guys that haven't experienced the national championship now, they're going to get the ring, they're going to get the banner, they're going to get the whole thing.
1, 2, 3, 4. These 5 series have been amazing. UConn has saved my life.
Let's go! This team just loves each other, man. Look at everyone's happy for one another. Everyone, man, best decision of my life to come to school.
It's obviously, it's a special run. And yeah, I mean, we're going to try and replicate it again. No, I don't think that we're going anywhere.
Everything on three. 1, 2, 3.